I've already taken it apart and run it through a cycle, but I'm going to show you what you need to do when you receive yours. So it comes with an instruction booklet, easy to follow, and you've got a cord that you will need an adapter for. So I've got all that stuff here ready to go. So the first thing you're going to do when you get it is you're going to pull off this top tray. This is where the water will collect. The water spits out here, collects in this tray, but you're going to pop that off and you're going to pull out this muffler sponge. It's just a black sponge. You're going to rinse this. I've already rinsed it. There's still some water there. And then in a separate pouch was the filter. I've already rinsed this. And you're just rinsing it in tap water. And then inside here, this is the motor. You're going to pull off this back piece right here. And inside is another sponge. And you're going to pull this little piece off and rinse that. So once you've rinsed those three, you can put them back in place. So I'm going to tuck that back in there, and I'm just going to snap this back on. And I'm going to put the muffler sponge back in the hole. I'm going to put the filter, again, this was wrapped separately. I'm going to put that right there. It's got a little tab. I leave the tab out so it's easy to pull out and rinse it. You're going to need to do that from time to time, and you're going to need to replace that filter from time to time. You'll need to buy those replacement filters separately. And then you have the tray. And this snaps on here, and I have to kind of give it some leverage here to snap it on. It makes a big click. There we go. That's the click I was looking for. So that's in place. Here's the bowl. They call this the bucket in the instructions. You need to fill the bucket with water, obviously. There is a minimum and a maximum line here in the bucket. So don't fill it below it and don't fill it above the max line. I want to point out that my bucket came with a big old scratch here. And it's because this filter is actually sitting on the bottom of the bucket. And so in shipment, I'm sure, and in time, it just left a scratch mark. You can't see it on the outside, just on the inside. It has some nice rubber feet on the bottom, which will keep it from tipping over and from sliding. And then also I want to point out in the bucket, you have this little groove here. This is when you put the lid back on, the cord is going to tuck into this little groove so that the cord stays nicely in place before it's plugged into the wall. Okay, so we've got the bucket, we've got the lid, we've got the tray. This is your aqueduct, this is your motor. Here's your muffler sponge. I was going to point out this little knob that sticks out right here. Okay, that is your water level sensor. It's just a little knob, sticks out. And then right below it is your LED light. If the water goes below this knob, this LED light that will always be blue, shining blue, it will blink blue. So that'll let you know, hey, you got to add some water in here because you don't want the motor running without an adequate water source. Okay, so I've got my water here. I've just pulled some nice filtered water from the refrigerator. I also want to say that the filter, the muffler sponge, and that little sponge that was in here, you're rinsing them with water. You're not putting them in any soapy water, nothing like that. Just rinsing them with water. And you're not putting any of these parts in the dishwasher. Nope, just rinse them out by hand. Follow the instructions. They'll give you all the clues that you need there for that. And then we're going to line this up with that bottom notch that I was referring to earlier. So this is the back. I just set the top there. We tuck the cord in there so it just stays in line. It just keeps it lined up there. And now I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to turn it around though. Put my adapter on my cord. I'm going to plug it in here. That's how you turn it on and off. You plug it in. See the blue light at the bottom? That'll blink if your water source is too low. And then there's your fountain. It's absolutely silent. Can't hear anything. What a nice flow of water. So there you go. Super happy with it. Kitties are gonna love it. Make sure that you take those parts out, you rinse them. I do this on a weekly basis. I clean the fountain. And then again, you're gonna have to buy some more filters because over time you need to replace that filter. You can't just keep rinsing it. You'll need to replace it. But I think price point, I think it's what, $35 or so. I think it's a very nice product and it's gonna work out great. I gave you 2 thumbs up. Good job.